Hi, this is Kangana Ranaut.
And this is R Madhavan, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
हालत देखिए अपनी, अदरक हो गया है ये आदमी, कहीं से भी बढ़ रहा है. To that, Madhavan replies that तो शादी से पहले मैं ऋतिक रोशन था क्या? Well, that's the sort of quirky dialogues of Tanu Weds Manu Returns promo that we've seen, and the promos are looking extremely positive and good. And we have with us the team of Tanu Weds Manu Returns, Kangana and Madhavan. Huge pleasure to have you guys on Bollywood Hungama first of all. You know, I'd never imagined that anyone can just compare anyone with Adrak.
Me neither.
Never, seriously.
No, seriously, I haven't written the dialogues. The credit goes to
Himanshu
Sharma.
Right.
और उन्होंने ये भड़कते हुए dialogues लिखे हैं और तड़कते भड़कते dialogues. But the thing is that this kind of film, this kind of genre, it demanded this kind of lines and humor and screenplay. So I used to be a bit startled with the kind of lines I had to deliver every morning. I used to be like, in fact, when the most crucial scene of the film, when she finds out about his affair and Tanu goes to confront Manu, the first line that she says to him is that हम थोड़े बेवफा क्या हुए, तुम बच्चलन हो गए. So I'm like, who talks like that? But then if
and that is like a woman telling a man.
That's like a woman.
Generally, it's like other ways.
Yeah, traditionally, and also even a man can't come up with, like, it has to be a really, colorful sort of personality for a man to come up with a line like that, and that sort of evil confidence in you to speak things like that. And
nice.
Also,
Evil confidence,
isn't it? Like, हम थोड़े बेवफा क्या हुए, आप बच्चलन हो गए. Where is it coming from? It's coming from, that confidence which is not justified. Other than you, no one feels that you deserve to have this confidence. I'm very happy that I got to be in this film, which is so different than my own sensibilities. Like, I could not contribute a single line, by the way, because
you written the dialogues partly of Queen.
Queen, right? So the lines like, मुझे लगता है लंदन में उसने sex कर लिया होगा. So, and things like, मेरा sense of humor बहुत अच्छा है. So these are the lines that I can identify with as a creative person and even come up with. अच्छा, the whole dialogue is that Manu retorts कि तुम्हारे entertainment के लिए मैं क्या करूँ, नाचूं क्या यहाँ पे? And she says, तुम नाचोगे, तुम्हारी हड्डी गोश्त छोड़ रही है, तुम अदरक हो गए हो, कहीं से भी बढ़ रहे हो. Like, Himanshu, this is amazing. But also I have to appreciate one thing, that whatever said and done, this is a very funny film, and it has a lot of humor and all of that. But these two people, Anand and Himanshu, they don't shy away from showing the ugliness of life, which sometimes is right in your face. Like, a wife would love to, in a moment like this, scar her husband with things like that would hurt the most, or he will accuse her of things that she could never imagine that he has, like he's talking about 5 years ago that, I said in innocence. So these really, like hardcore real stuff that people come up with, they don't shy away from that, but they will serve it with a lot of humor.
You I think have a lot of confidence to just go with this. Someday it's important to take yourself lightly as well. If people are just having certain things about the fact adrak agar aapko koi bula raha hai.
It's very rare that let me not say rare. Let me just say that Anandra came to me and said, hey, I have this line in the film. Do you have a problem with it?
Right.
And I said, why would I have a problem with it? He said, no, traditionally there are heroes who will say, don't say things about me like this on the film, or even if it's about my character. That's unfortunate. मुझे लगता है कि अगर आप एक realistic film बना रहे हो और जब तक वो ऐसी चीजें और जिस तरीके से इन्होंने dialogue deliver भी किया है, it makes an impact. It has to. I mean, it has become the most popular line out of the trailer. Right. So much so that my wife is wearing that T-shirt now.
Adrak.
Yes, she says she's wearing that T-shirt saying "Adrak की तरह कहीं भी फैल रहा." Now the thing is, यार या तो मैं insecure actor हो जाऊँ और मैं बोलूँ कि नहीं यार ऐसे मत किया करो, कोई और लाइन ढूंढो. पर मैंने तो उल्टा इस फिल्म में और कहा है कि भाई जो सच है और कहो. इनफैक्ट ये तो फिर भी ठीक है, आप फिल्म देखेंगे तो आप पता चला कि पप्पी ने कितने वाहियात चीज़ें कही हैं मेरे बारे में, which is I think it is very real. That's what makes the film, like she said very correctly, if you want to scar somebody, you have to say something as brutal as that. And if you give me a choice, there's a popular line that will become viral, and there's a line that will not insult you as a hero, I will always choose this line that will become viral, because I think that's what film is all about. And it's not a lie. He's not a Hrithik Roshan in the film. He looks like a bloody Adrak. So I think it is very important in today's world that actors know where they are and what characters they're playing, and not let their off-screen image be overbearing on the characters
maybe
they're
the
playing.
image that they have of themselves, maybe.
Or even if they do, even if they don't, even if there is something that is degrading
Right.
to them as a hero, but
Right.
appropriate in the film, usko rehna dena chahiye, yaar. That's what the public appreciates now.
But I think you're looking extremely endearing in the promo. I think somewhere, and even now, right now, पूरे दूल्हा लग रहे हैं हर तरीके से. Okay, and there is this one, I think, brilliant, I think, dialogue which you're saying in the typical Haryanvi bit.
Yeah.
In the Datto, I think that थारी लोगाई लागे तो हमारे जैसी, लेकिन मैं थारी. Can you please do it for us? Can you say that dialogue?
No, it takes a lot of time.
And let me just complete then. थारी लुगाई लागे तो हमारे जैसी, लेकिन मैं थारी लुगाई ना हूँ. मारा नाम है कुमारी कुसुम, ये मेरी सहेली पिंकी, रामजस कॉलेज दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ूँ, स्पोर्ट्स कोटे से एडमिशन किया, नेशनल लेवल की एथलीट्स हूँ, एथलीट्स हूँ, जिया जलजर फोन नंबर में दाऊ नहीं. I think it's beautifully done. When you see it, you're like left open mouth. That how can she say that? How can she literally say that? You enjoyed that?
Not really. There was nothing much to
But
enjoy.
the reaction is brilliant, actually. People have really liked
because
that
it was
portion.
hard. It was
Right.
so nerve-wracking to actually, like I said again, the lines are actually coming in this flow where if you go to think about the motivation behind the lines, you might just stop and would want to be like, why should I say number mein deti nahi hu? Because he's not asked for my number, and so there is a certain tempo to the film, and that tempo is very hard to catch, and either you get it or you don't. So and I think it's very instinctive how you want to deliver these lines. They are not lines that you can completely identify with and be like, this happens and I can say it in this way. So there is no references, real life references, for, and that's why I think, and I am actually surprised, I'm taken aback that people loved it on this level, because this is the most tracked trailer of the year, and this line actually has on that dub, which you smashed.
Dub smash.
It's gone viral on that. People sending my sister video on Facebook. Girls are all, they're just dubbing this and sending videos to each other.
Must have, and in fact, almost immediately after that, we have that high jump moment, and when you just say that, क्या कर रहा है बाहें फैला के ये जगह पे शाहरुख बड़न की. So you've been given the compliment or whatever it is that you're just having your arms open wide as Shah Rukh Khan, the typical Shah Rukh Khan movement. So now that must have been something. Even Shah Rukh must have never imagined that इस context में कभी उनके बारे में dialogue हो सकता है.
There is no compliment there at all. It's a curse, and it's meant to be. It's actually, it comes at a very beautiful place in the film.
Right.
And there are subsequent dialogues will tell you why the story rushes ahead in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's no comparison to Shah Rukh Khan. She's saying, why are you trying to be one with your arms open and in the wrong place? You can't do that in the middle of a long jump pit, which is what this poor little man is doing because he's besotted by this girl.
Right.
And I can't tell you the story, but I want to tell you that it is not a compliment.
Okay, now Tanu, for example, I think she was totally kick-ass, and even I think in this promo when she's just starting off and a boy has come to see her, and the entire attire that she's coming in, somewhere do you find that it's defying norms in a way that she loves to defy norms?
Not really. I think Tanu is the character who has maximum arc to achieve or to gain in this film, and she is a rebel without a cause, and if she wasn't the way she is, there would have not been a part 2. In a way, like her father is fed up of her, and so is her husband. So yes, she's a person who who has unreasonable and irrational demands from people and life, and expectations from life that aren't that reasonable.
You've said that Tanu Weds Manu was a turning point in your career and not maybe Queen, but at the same time you also said that you're not happy with the performance, your own performance in Tanu Weds Manu. So why would you say that? That you're saying that it's a turning point, but still you're saying you're not too happy with the
Well,
performance.
it is a turning point because I'd never done a family entertainer before this, and I think somewhere Vikas had seen me in Tanu Manu, and that's why he was convinced about me playing Queen. Where everyone said that why of everyone you want Kangana, because Kangana is just doing that Rishtri Rakesh Roshan's film where she's playing a superwoman.
Right.
But he had a lot of conviction. I think Tanu Manu 1 led to that kind of, that she understand that background and that, I mean, she's the one that I see closest to my queen. That's what he said. That's his version, I'm telling you.
Right.
But having said that, as you grow and as you mature, and you look back at your work, you do feel that way. I'm sure after 4 years, when I look back at Queen, I'm like, what is so great about it? You know, you do grow out of
But
your
you
own.
got a national award for that, so.
But I don't feel the same way for fashion I did when I actually, did that film. I don't like any of my performances now, and I'm sure I'm gonna grow out of. Now I love Tanu Manu. I think this is the latest one, and I probably is my best one. But after 4 years, I will not feel the same way for it because the way times are changing, everything around us is changing. So you definitely have. When you mature as a person, your point of view changes.
You're saying that Tanu Weds Manu Returns is your best performance so far?
Yes.
It's your best performance so far. Fantastic. You've also said in a recent interview that you're not insecure about the fact that you asked a lot of questions to yourself, and that whether you're playing in a way a second fiddle to Kangana, and you went to Anand Rai to just ask all these questions, but still you were convinced that you want to do it. It's a very honest admission for any actor whatsoever to do that. What was your process like when you just went through this entire thought process in your mind?
I think, like every actor, every hero in the industry, you start feeling insecure about things which actually, in the long run, don't matter.
Right.
You always want to have the plum role. You always want to walk away with the accolades in the film. You always want to think that you've done the best job in the film and you want to get somebody to pat. But there's this disease I got rid of a long time ago in my career. I learned that from likes of Amir, from likes of Kamal Hassan. Who I did a film with Kamal Hassan and I got the award for that film. Similarly with Amir, if you look at him in Rang De Basanti and if you look at him in Three Idiots, he let people have the due when they deserve to have it as far as the script is concerned.
Absolutely.
So similarly with Tanu Weds Manu, there is always this insecurity that, अरे यार, double role है, इतना अच्छा role है और इतनी अच्छी actress है, हमारी तो band बज जाएगी. Which I think is a fair enough assumption to have, but also a silly one to have. If the film does well, and in this case, I'm very sure that I did what is right for the sake of the film. And it will do well simply because everybody's intention of doing this film was absolutely correct. So when the film does well, it benefits everybody. And if I have to jeopardize the way the film is being made because of my own insecurities, if I know that they can't do Tanu Weds Manu without me, so I'll push envelopes and make sure that I get my overdue, recognition of the film. It's very, very silly. And I don't think I possess that insecurity to create a problem with that on the set.
Which one do you personally choose, Tanu or Datto? What is your personal preference like?
As a person, I would definitely go for Tanu. Yeah, she's the kind of woman that I would probably imagine will make your life exciting. But I think she has a soul that makes it worth it to be with her.
Fantastic. How was your experience of doing a double role, and that too? I think we've had many people doing double roles, but this is somewhere the entire physicality changes as well.
Yeah.
And do you have some dentures as well in Datto?
Yeah.
Okay.
She has longer teeth.
Correct. So how was the entire experience? And because I'm sure that the dialogue delivery must have been changing because of that as well, in a way.
Well, delivery doesn't change in a way. Maybe the quality of the way how your tongue touches your teeth.
Correct.
Maybe that gap
Correct.
increases.
Ji.
But it doesn't affect dialogues. But it was very hard. That's why I call it the most challenging role. And if I could achieve what we were set to achieve through this, then this would probably be the best performance of my life. Because at one point where these women are pitted against each other and their rivalry is literally driving the plots, and it's all about who is going to win, and if this woman's existence is not justified or it comes across superficial कि तो कंगना ही है, like happens in all double roles कि तो हमें पता है कंगना है, तो then what are you what is your film standing on? So there is no film. if this woman is superficial, Datto's existence is not justified, then there is no film after second half. So that is why it was so important for us to have Datto as another individual. And even, I mean, to my credit, I would take all the credit for that, that every time I see a scene between Tanu and Datto, I forget that they are the same people. I completely forget. And I think that is what makes it the best performance so far, because you know, I was being the same person. There is no giveaways in the performance.
Considering that you're quite critical of your own performances, so I'm sure that self-assessment, I'm sure that definitely has a lot of value. You also said in a recent interview that Tanu Weds Manu Returns, it is something that will appeal to the multiplex audience. At the same time, people in Gatey Galaxy, they'll relate to it.
Right.
So considering that Queen has been like a, I think, like a case study of sorts in terms of how box office can be in terms of
Right.
for a movie. Do you take keen interest as far as how the movie can possibly be doing as far as the box office is concerned?
See, I don't keep unrealistic expectations.
Ji.
I mean, it has to be a healthy proportion of, you know, what you've spent and what you're expecting.
Right.
But somehow people seem too carried away with this tag 100 crore, 100 crore. It's so unrealistic for, you know, if you've made a film in 10 crore and that is as much you're spending on your PR and on every level, you know, so how can you expect it to, that's dumb. But yes, when you make films, you want, and you know, you want to be safe, like how much we've spent. We know the satellite right, we know how much I've been paid, as much I can draw, and you know, so I think everything has been kept in consideration, and that makes it a very healthy sort of scenario for us, that what we have to expect.
Absolutely, and he's seen 200 crore club anyway, so he knows all the perks.
Well, yeah, but not spearheaded that form. I was also part of that film, so.
Well, I think your performance was brilliant. There's no doubt about that. Okay, now Kangana and Madhavan, we're having like a brief quiz of you guys as to how well you know each other, considering you are playing like a married couple and in
So
a movie.
like as characters in the film, or as
as
people?
Kangana and Madhavan.
Okay.
As to how much do you guys know about each other? It's pretty simple actually, and I think you'll enjoy it. For you, first of all, how much you know Madhavan? When is Madhavan's birthday? You're not supposed to tell him.
I didn't say anything.
1st June.
Thank you very much. Okay.
You won't know my birthday, I'm sure.
Madhavan's wife's name. What
Sarita.
was- Sarita, okay. What does R in R Madhavan stand for?
No, that's a massive general knowledge question.
No, it's not. It's my name.
R Madhavan.
No. What does R stand for?
It must be dad's name.
It is. What is it? I'm नहीं पता चल. Have together.
Ranganathan.
Ready?
Name the upcoming Hollywood film that features R Madhavan in a cameo.
You never told me that you're a Hollywood star.
Oops, I am not. It's a cameo.
If you don't give me these infos, where am I supposed
It's
to
called
get
Night
it
of the
from?
Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead.
Wow, so
Okay.
I'm working with an international actor and I don't know it.
Okay, how many films has Madhavan done with Amir Khan?
2.
Okay, and which are they?
Rang De Basanti and 3 Idiots.
Alright. More or less, I think you're pretty good actually.
Yeah.
And you should have told her about the Hollywood thing actually, I'm sure that.
Maddie, you are very, I must say, very down to earth.
Yeah.
If I were doing this role, I'll tell him every morning. Do you know?
Absolutely. Right.
Do you know I'm doing this film?
Yeah.
Okay, now this is for you. Name the film in which Kangana was also credited as a dialogue writer.
Queen.
I already revealed that. What was Revolver Rani's real name?
Okay, that is not a fair question. I don't know my real name in most of my movies. Forget what hers.
Alka Singh.
Alka Singh.
On Coffee with Karan, this talented superstar had said, I find Kangana very sexy when asked about the sexiest actress in India. So who was that superstar?
Shahrukh?
No.
Oh, I know he would have said it. Or Ranveer?
Amir Khan.
Amir. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, Kangana has won 2 national awards. What is the movie's name?
All
yeah.
easy questions. They're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
easy questions you've given him.
Yeah, Fashion and Queen.
Fashion and Queen. Okay. Now, this is a tough one coming. Name the 9-minute short film directed by Kangana with an international crew about a little boy who has a healing touch in his hands.
Okay, now I know she directed it, but she's never told me the name. Is it out already? Is it out already?
Yes.
Healing touch.
The touch.
The touch. Yeah, see, almost there, almost. See, the
देखा
touch.
हम लोग
Yeah.
एक दूसरे को उतना ही जानते हैं. Nice. This is healthy.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
But I said touch.
You said healing touch.
हाँ, but it was touch.
The touch, the touch.
Not bad, yeah. मतलब from आसमान छूट गया, मैंने बोला भाई अच्छे हैं. आगे बोल.
We are having a brief rapid fire with you guys.
Okay.
And for both of you separately, I think it's pretty interesting. I think you guys will enjoy it. For Kangana, first of all, what is the weirdest marriage proposal you have ever received?
Weirdest marriage proposal.
Ji.
I must have been from some fan. I get like really crazy letters.
Right.
And there was this fan who'd written, now it's too late for you to say no because you had already smiled at me from your car or something.
Okay.
Something like that. Now we have to get married and things like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What would you prefer and why? A low-key marriage or a marriage replete with multiple functions, band baja, thousands of guests, etc.?
Low-key.
Low-key, all right. Name the Bollywood actor who's a perfect husband material.
Bollywood actor. Ask their wives. I think Madhavan. Madhavan's wife is very happy.
That's no, but it need not be married actually.
Oh.
It need not be married. I mean,
Maddie's wife is very happy.
Okay. Your reaction when your relatives insist you should get married or when they recommend men for matrimony? What is your reaction like?
It can get a bit intimidating after some time. Like initially you take it lightly, but then when they tell you like really mean things like you are 28 and your fertility will go low when you're 30 and by the time your husband and this and that and you're like, shit, like this is intense, accusation they have now, threats and, your fertility must not be of a 16-year-old, so you can't take so much time, you can't. So that gets a bit annoying.
This is, I think, pertaining to Tanu Weds Manu as well. Are you likely to forgive your partner or husband if he cheats on you but realizes his mistake later on and is truly apologetic, considering you have somewhat...
मेरी गन लेके आओ. मेरे पास एक रिवॉल्वर है इसी दिन के लिए कि अगर कभी किसी
तो वो रानी बन जाएंगे.
आज मुझे वो दिन मुझे लग रहा है वो आज ही है.
Alright, Rani and Queen goes for a honeymoon into Paris and Amsterdam. Where would you like to go?
कौन से ऑप्शन है?
No, there's no option, but
अच्छा, where would I like to go?
Yeah.
I would like to नहीं, I'm not like Tanu. I would go to a nice like Austria or New Zealand, पहाड़ी जगह.
Right. Fantastic. Pretty good actually. Quite forthcoming and frank answer. So now it's up to you how you match that, Mr. Madhavan. This is for you now. Being married, how do you control yourself when you are working with so many beautiful and desirable actresses?
Control.
I wear a chastity belt. बांध के रखता हूँ. हाँ जी.
Best and worst thing about getting married?
The best thing is companionship, and the worst thing is the complete lack of. The worst thing is to actually be accountable for every minute of your day.
Your views on arranged marriages?
All the best.
3 tips on how to make your wife happy when she's really angry on you.
Oh, tell her how much you love her, and then get her a gift that she's been wanting for the longest time, and then tell her again how much you love her, and this time mean it.
This time. Do you endorse the idea of live-in relationships and why?
I think it's each to his own. I think there's no right way.
We've taken a few questions from your fans onto this, so let's take a few of them. There are too many of them, but we'll try as many as we can. This is Angela from Mauritius for Kangana. What is the deciding factor when choosing to do a movie? What is the factor there?
A script.
Right.
As a story, if it, kind of, if it tells me that this is the film that I want to see as an individual, then I go for it.
Okay, this is Meghna from Malaysia
for Madhavan, a movie that you recently watched that you find yourself fall in love to the storyline, like the storyline a lot.
Queen, actually. Seriously. I thought it was a brilliant script. I thought it ended brilliantly. You know, it was cinema in all its grandeur and still very real.
This is Deepika from Delhi for you. Coming from a non-filmy background, you made it to the top actresses of Bollywood. How has been your journey so far?
My journey has been very exciting, and I think what makes it really special is the fact that it took me a while to get here. So I really value everything that I once didn't have, and I hope that I would someday be in this place where I am today, financially independent. I get the kind of work I think I deserve, and the kind of love and respect that I get from people, I really value it today.
This is Fennel Seta for Madhavan. You recently went for a trip around US. Please give tips for solo travelers. What do you think are the tips for solo travelers for you?
Be very forthcoming, be very friendly. Carefully save your identities and your wallet at all times. You have to be very careful with that. But most importantly, be open to different views and suggestions and cultures. That makes your trip much easier.
This is Sheza from Copenhagen, Denmark. What kind of movies do you personally love watching?
I like anything which is either very real, a reflection of reality, which gives you feel that अरे ये तो होता है, or I like inspirational cinema.
Okay, and you're doing a Meena Kumari biopic. Are you?
See, I can't really commit to that right now.
Right.
But I'm hoping that it materializes.
But Sarabjit, the biopic, you're not, because apparently Hansal Mehta was supposed to do it.
Yeah, Hansal Mehta was supposed to do it, and I committed to him as a director with that story.
Correct.
And now that's not the case, and I really didn't appreciate the way it took place, and I don't want to be associated with anything which has negativity in it.
This is Alpesh. Interesting one. Any plans of working with Mani Ratnam again, and have you seen his OK Kanmani?
I've seen OK Kanmani, and I think it's a nice, fun film. They said they've finally got a guy in Tamil who now can replace Madhavan as a lover boy. So I'd like to wish him all the very best. I hope he does. Working with Mani sir is always a privilege, but I think that question should be directed to him. I've done 5 films with him, so I guess it's as good as it gets.
This is Sonal. I don't know from where exactly, but why she didn't attend any award events like various awards, especially on winning Best Actress for Queen?
Well, I think it's important that you value the platform. What I feel I am not commenting on a particular award, but I feel that they hand over one to everyone, whoever attends, and then there are categories that are not even understandable, like best scene, best jodi, best things like that, and it makes you wonder that is it really meant to make you special, or are you just part of a parade? I don't appreciate platforms like that, so I just did what I wanted to do.
Absolutely. National award came your way anyways, and you went for that. Now this is Rishabh from Jaipur. Which film Mary liked most as an audience? 3 Idiots, PK or Rang De Basanti?
3 Idiots.
And you're doing Khadoos Saala for Raju Irani?
Saala Khadoos, yes.
Saala Khadoos.
Yeah.
The movie is done because
it's
promo. And when is it going to release?
Probably the third quarter of this year.
Third quarter of this year.
I get scared of Maddie's look. It is nothing that one can ever imagine, because Maddie for me, like for Tanu, he's this sweet guy, and he's like a wild animal in that film, like whatever I've seen, the promos, but it looks very promising.
The music of Tanu Weds Manu, I think, is still remembered. The music of Tanu Weds Manu Returns has been picking up really nicely. Ghani Bawri and Banno, I think they've become like really cool numbers. What is your take on the music of the movie?
Music is a very important part of our journey as Tanu Manu, and the response that we're getting from this album as well is desirable. We hope that it's a massive film and it is a massive music, and we hope that it becomes like that.
Your personal favorite song?
I like Mat Ja Re.
Mat Ja Re. What about you?
Banno. But I think just adding to what Kangana is saying, the music also gives you a feel about the film. So I love the fact that Anand and our music director Krishna have managed to create such an earthy Indian feel to the film, which is what it is. It's so easy to put a nice rock number or a highly popular Bhangra number to make it commercial. They've done what it is required to represent the film correctly, and I think that's what is beautiful about the film.
Brilliant ensemble cast, Zishan Khadri and Deepak Dobriyal, Jimmy Shergill. I think it's wonderfully done, at least from the promo. And all of them, they're wonderful actors. Deepak Dobriyal, I think, is looking outstanding. So, last question on the ensemble star cast, please. I think we cannot have an interview without these people. I think they're very important.
No, I think...
Sora Bhaskar is there as well, I believe.
Yeah, I think a quintessential Bollywood wedding film is, nothing without the supporting cast.
Absolutely.
तो वो पेरेंट्स हो चाहे फैमिली हो दोस्त हो,
I think is singing.
Yeah, everyone has brilliant roles and they're all terrific actors. They have done a fabulous job.
Your thoughts?
I just want to say as the last thing before we leave, which is
Finally.
Yeah, that there are many chances in life that you get to actually punctuate your life with experiences with the entire family. There are festivals, there are marriages, there are family functions, and then there is a film like Tanu Weds Manu, which I think is like a festival. It's like a tyohar. It's a great way to actually remember a moment in your life when you all went together to see a film like this, because I assure you, you'll find relatable characters, you'll find people with extraordinary, realism in the film, where you can actually say either your uncle or your boa or your jija is like that, and I think you'll come out very happy. I'm very positive about the fact that this will be a family entertainer.
Fantastic. Looking forward to the movie for sure. Can't say about almost all the movies these days, but बहुत rarely ऐसा होता है कि promo देख के आपको you're so sure that this is going to be liked by people, that you personally are looking forward as an audience. So Tanu Weds Manu Returns has that, and all the best for that, and all the best for your all the future movies, and thank you very much for being on Bollywood Hungama.
Appreciate that.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching. Hi, this is Faridoon Shahryar. For the most interesting celebrity interviews, do subscribe to Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.